What if I got rid of my manga collection with the intention of building a new one? How would I do it? What would I do differently? First things first, we gotta make the manga disappear. This took way longer than I thought it was going to. Goodbye, manga. It was nice knowing you.
Goodbye, Dad.
Don't call me that. Now, if I was planning on making a brand new manga collection, I would start off with making a list of things that I need, things that, you know, I could get further down the line, and then things I should just absolutely avoid. I found that with my current collection, I was a victim of the impulse buy. Some of the series I own, I gotta say, I got them only because they were either on a good deal or there was just so much hype around the series. Even if a series has a lot of hype around it, it doesn't mean it's always a good one. Unless it's One Piece, which is just spectacular. Oh my god. Go read it. Go buy it. What are you doing? Okay, but seriously. Let's create my list. I want to include a lot of hardcover volumes. Things like Vinland Saga, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or Berserk, because they just look so sexy on a shelf. With these books, it's not about what's on the inside, but what's on the outside. I love how clean and dark the Berserk volumes look, how simple the JoJo books are to identify, with each of them having a uniqueness that separates them from the other parts. And then Vinland Saga, honestly, the aesthetic doesn't really match the series at all. But man, it's just look at these. They always will catch your eye. Other than hardcovers, I want to mainly focus on series that I really like their art style and stuff that I feel like I could endlessly read over and over and over again. One Piece, Chainsaw Man, and Vagabond easily come to mind. I want the collection to look good, but I also want the stories inside the manga collection to be good. So I just feel like these 6 are just the perfect place to start. I'm not going to go over the things I would purchase down the line because honestly that's subjective and everybody's different, but I will go over what to avoid. If you're unfamiliar with the series, do not impulse buy the whole thing. That just might be a me problem. I don't particularly hate any of the series that I currently own, except for Promised Neverland, but I do wish that my money was spent somewhere else. Purchase books with the right intention, because these books are gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. They're always gonna be there when you need them, so make sure they're good ones. Yeah.
Hello, Father.
Get away from me. The next point I bring up might be a little weird to some of you guys, but I can explain. If I was building a collection, I would much rather focus on series like this over series like this. Do you understand what the difference between these two are? Building a manga collection is a personal hobby that's going to grow alongside of you. So you don't really want to rush it. It's like playing a brand new video game and putting all of your time and energy into it and getting every single thing that there is to possibly get. You just get to the point of being like, what do I do now? What's the point? And that's not good, because you're just gonna fall out of it. Thankfully, there's a solution for that when it comes to manga. The ongoing mangas, right? Haha, did you guess it? I like owning things like Spy X Family, Jujutsu Kaisen, and One Piece because the series haven't finished. They're still having manga volumes come out as the months progress, which pretty much means if I, for whatever reason, were to fall out of the hobby, there's now something that could bring you back in. Oh, look at that. A new Spy X Family volume came out. New One Piece, new Jujutsu Kaisen volume. I have $10. Why don't I go pick it up? There's something really satisfying about owning a series that you constantly have to keep updating. It's not finished. You get that dopamine rush. You're like, now I have all of them. And then 3 months later, you're like, okay, now I have all of them. And then 3 months later, you're like, okay, now I have all of them. Whereas honestly, my Demon Slayer collection, I bought it all in one go. And I didn't touch this thing for like a year. And then I read it all in a week, which you should go watch that video right now, please. Thank you. But does this make sense? With life, I feel like oftentimes people like to focus on the destination. I want to become this. I'm gonna do this. But when you look back on your life, the best parts about achieving those things were the steps it took to get over there. Some of our greatest memories in life are how we did the thing, not what we actually did. Okay, maybe that's just a me thing. I don't really know. Now that we're in a good headspace about what to buy and what not to buy, we're gonna need some money. So I propose to you, go get a job. Stop being lazy. The economy needs you. Work for your manga. Okay, now that we all successfully have a job and are a part of the economy, I want to talk about manga deals, because this is like the most important thing. Now, I don't really know what's happening at your local bookseller, so I can't really talk about that. Sometimes I've been seeing Barnes & Nobles close down around me, and they'll be selling their manga for fucking dirt cheap. Everything must go. I do know a couple of ways to get manga for a really, really cheap price. The first one being, and okay, this one is really obvious, but box sets. In my current collection, I own 3 box sets. It's the One Piece box set number 1, 2, and 3. These things are amazing. It's the best way to get the entire series for a really affordable price. If I was restarting my manga collection, this is the route that I would go on. My one gripe is that these things, I feel like, are just never in stock, man. This box particularly, I bought this and had to wait over a year for it to ship. 365 days later, it showed up at my house. I was down $100+ for 365 days with nothing to show for it. The next thing I would do to save some money when buying manga is to check out a little known website called Right Stuff Anime. This is where 80% of my manga came from. And 100%, this is where I would go if I were to restart my collection. They usually have every single volume at a discounted rate, but oh my God, it does not end there. When July comes around, they have this thing called the birthday sale, which, holy shit, we're in July. I wonder what inspired me to make this video. This July birthday sale has some of the craziest discounts on manga I've ever seen. I'm gonna show a photo. This was from 2 years ago. I got all of this for like, okay, maybe $500, which is a lot, but I saved a lot of money. But also I spent a lot of money too, so my bank account hasn't recovered since. Right Stuff Anime is crazy. Look at this deal. Look at this deal. This is going on right now. Honestly, if I had the opportunity to restart my manga collection and start over, I would, but also if I was given like infinite cash. Man, this stuff is expensive. That is honestly, I don't know if that was a lot of stuff, but that's kind of all I would do if I restarted my manga collection. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Go watch one of my other videos. Peace.